Hey guys, this is Gaijin Hunter. When I'm not online playing Monster Hunter Wilds with my friends and just goofing around, I am known from time to time to dabble in bows and bowguns. That can take several forms, be it just enjoying the Strider in Dragon's Dogma, or blowing things up with cute maidens in the Atelier franchise, or using gunner IDs in my recent obsession, Project Moon's Limbus Company. Seriously, check it out. Bowguns and bows have been kind of a weird point for me with Monster Hunter Wilds because I'm not that good at them. I hate to break it to you, which you can probably tell from my shoddy gameplay. However, the Seregios weapons really do change the game. So whether you've tried gunner weapons or not, whether you like them or not, I really do think that you need to try the Seregios ones because I think they're in a class of their own. Not only will you pretty much never use the reload button because these things have auto reload, they also have very simplistic loadouts. So they're based on raw damage, so you don't have to worry about, what monster are you going up against. They're all focused around utilizing evades, which is something we all love to do. And if you know me back from my Monster Hunter 4G days as well, I like gunner sets that are just comfy and fun, especially because they allow you to really appreciate and watch the monster from a slight mid-distance, which is always a little bit fun. I like to load my sets with lots of evade and evade distance, whereas I think the meta is probably everyone's using the Gore Magala, Frenzy stuff, and Weakness Exploit, and that's fine. But if you just want to dabble in gunner weapons and have a lot of fun, I think this could breathe some new life into Monster Hunter Wilds if you're finding yourself lacking with things to do. This is just some gameplay footage of me just picking up some monsters this morning. With just like the light bowgun, the heavy bowgun, and the bow. Which one you'll want to make is up to you, but in this video I hope to show off sort of the special characteristics of these weapons and what really sets them apart from all the other gunner weapons out there. Now, so Seregios bow not only looks really cool because it's got those like hawk talons going in here, but the whole theme for this weapon is based on your spread shot. This makes it a very fun choice when you're going up against larger monsters, especially ones that have big wings and stuff like that, because it's a lot easier to hit. The light bowgun is going to be utilizing the normal ammo, so this is definitely good if you've got a smaller monster or just a single target, or if you want to fight from quite the distance, because this will allow you to go and pretty much shoot from pretty far away, be able to evade out of the way very easily. And the heavy bowgun is for the up close and personal. Now I do use ballistics, which allows me to take more distance than you normally can have for the critical distance, but this is all about spread shot abuse and not having to worry about reloading your weapon, which is awesome. This kind of reminds me of the spread shot, was it Safijiva weapon in Monster Hunter Iceborne, which I had a lot of fun with as well. Now, while the majority of this video will just be talking about the Seregios weapons and the special skills that go on them, I will cover the armor skills as well because the synergy is just too good to ignore. So the special skill on the Seregios Insurgent bow is called Blade Scale Loading. By narrowly or perfectly evading a monster's attack when your weapon's drawn, you'll get special loaded ammo. And for the light bowgun, because it does have the reload feature, it also additionally gets the evading reload, which will automatically reload your ammo every time you evade or sidestep. Close range coding applied when you do an evade like this, you'll get the Blade Scale Loading, which will give you 3 bins of Blade Scale close range coding. This gives a 25% damage boost over the normal close range coding. It's almost like you could just consider having like purple sharpness on your weapon. Now this is 3 coatings on top of the 10 that you already have, and once you use the 3, if you go ahead and do another perfect evade, which is very forgiving on the bow, especially when you're using evasion skills, you'll just get another 3 Blade Scale close range coatings again, so it makes it almost impossible to run out. This bow also has sleep coatings, which is pretty cool. Now for the light bowgun and the heavy bowgun, every time you evade or sidestep or do any of that such, you'll get to reload your ammo. So let's go ahead and get myself buffed up here with my special Blade Scale ammo. And for the light bowgun, you'll notice that it gives you not only the normal ammo, but it also gives you Blade Scale Pierce and Spread as well. So this essentially increases the capacity for all 3 of these bullets by quite a bit. I think the popular opinion is to use this with the normal ammo because it requires less thinking about your distance. You can still be mid to close, get in those evades, and it just does a really good damage output. Of course, once you get better at the weapon, unlike myself, you'll be able to take advantage of the sliding shots and stuff like that to really pump out more DPS. but it's really nice just being able to evade through an attack, get additional buffed up ammo, and really just let you go crazy. Here's me using the spread, but honestly, the heavy bowgun is much more equipped to deal bigger damage with spread, so while it is an option, I do think normal is the way to go. Taking a look now at the heavy bowgun, we do get another variety of ammo with the normal, pierce, and spread. Again, you can use these ammos if you want, but for normal, you're going to get much better damage output and more flexibility with the light bowgun. When it comes to pierce, I think pierce is just generally a little weak in this game, but if you are going to use it, I think light bowgun is the way to go because you're going to want to keep your distance so you can get in that critical range. So with the heavy bowgun, you're definitely going to want to be using this with spread ammo, which is like the Terminator build, right? You're just shotgunning the monster to death. What could be more fun than that? Cool thing about the heavy bowgun is it gets these nice little hops if you're doing evade after a shot, which makes it really nice for just evading really close hits and making sure to get that reloaded ammo at a consistent rate. I'll also mention that the evasion mantle, which I like a lot, has really good synergy with these sets and especially the heavy bowgun as well, because you're going to be doing so much evading through attacks or near attacks. It's a great way to sort of reposition even better, get more power, and stuff like that. Not necessary, but definitely cool to use if you're not really a mantle user like myself. If you ever remember to slap one on, the evasion mantle is generally a good one to do. Because I'm using ballistics, I'm able to hit the shot ammo from quite a distance away and it still stays within critical range, which is why I use it on all my gunner weapons. The next big thing to talk about here is the Seregios armor, because it really does synergize well with this set. It comes with Adrenaline Rush, which is generally a pretty hard skill to slot in and get, and what that does is it'll give you a plus 30 to your raw attack every time you do a perfect evade, which you'll be doing a lot of. This lasts for 30 seconds, so plus 30 will bring this from 216 to 246, but it synergizes with Seregios. For the Razor's Edge one, which is 2 pieces, it will extend the duration from 30 seconds to 45 seconds, and if you activate it again while it's already active, which is nice to know, they added a timer on the upper left here now. You can see the icons will tell you when it's running out of time. It'll extend it up to a full 60 seconds. If you do have 4 pieces of Seregios armor on, which I do, it will also give you a 4.5% attack boost raw. So yeah, just run these scenes with the full Seregios set, or with the heavy bowgun you could swap out the head for the Zoshia one, and for the other bow and light bowgun you could just use the Rathalus Greaves if you want to have a lot of evasion, but other than that, the Seregios armor pretty much does the job. So Seregios, 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 get those weapons, get the armor, try them out, and let me know down in the comments below if you do, and if you enjoy them, because I certainly am. I don't often like to plug my videos, but I did recently make an upload of an introduction to the Atelier series, so if you're into crafting and fighting and just sort of visual novel type of JRPGs, do give that a watch. It's a series that I tremendously love, and I know that YouTube is certainly not going to recommend it. If not, that's cool as well. Hope you guys are enjoying Monster Hunter Wilds. Hope you're looking forward to the Flame Festival, and until next time, happy hunting.